Imagine waking up one day and realizing that your life isn't where you thought it would be. This is where the concept of a life audit comes into play. A life audit serves as a reality check, a moment of introspection where you assess your life's current state and where you want it to lead. Think of it like a business audit, but this time, the business is your life. Just like a company needs to take stock of its assets and liabilities, you need to take stock of your achievements, your desires, your regrets, and your dreams. It's about knowing where you stand in life, understanding your current trajectory, and having a clear vision for your future. A life audit is not just about self-improvement, it's about self-awareness. It's about taking the time to understand yourself better, to identify your strengths and weaknesses, and to align your actions with your aspirations. A life audit is your personal reality check. It's the process of stepping back and taking a good, hard look at your life. Let me share a story about John, an ordinary man with an extraordinary transformation. John was an everyday guy, living an everyday life. He had a job, a family, and a roof over his head, but he felt stuck, like he was running on a treadmill, going through the motions of life without truly living. One day, John came across the concept of a life audit. Intrigued, he decided to give it a shot. He took a step back and looked at his life objectively. He asked himself hard questions about his career, his relationships, his health, and his personal growth. He identified areas where he was lacking, where he felt unfulfilled or unhappy. He realized his job was not fulfilling him, his relationships were not nourishing him, and his health was not a priority. Faced with these revelations, John decided to make changes. He switched careers, finding a job that he was passionate about. He nurtured his relationships, spending quality time with his family and friends. He prioritized his health, incorporating exercise and a balanced diet into his lifestyle. The transformation was not overnight. It was a journey filled with challenges and obstacles, but John persevered. He kept his eye on the prize, reminding himself of his goals and the life he wanted to live. With each passing day, John felt a little more fulfilled, a little happier. He felt like he was living, not just existing. John's story is not unique. Many of us feel stuck at some point in our lives. We feel like we are on a treadmill, going through the motions without truly living. But like John, we have the power to change our circumstances. We can conduct a life audit, identify the areas where we are lacking, and make changes. John's life audit was the spark that ignited his transformation. It can be the same for you. So you're wondering, how can I conduct my own life audit? Here are the steps. First off, let's start with self-reflection. This is where you take a good look at your current life situation and ask yourself some hard-hitting questions. What makes you happy? What drains your energy? What are your passions, your fears, your dreams? It's all about getting to know yourself better and understanding where you are right now. Next, let's move on to identifying your strengths and weaknesses. We all have areas where we excel and areas where we could use a little work. It's important to be brutally honest with yourself during this step. It's not about beating yourself up over your weaknesses. It's about understanding them so you can work on them. Now, it's time to set some goals. Based on your self-reflection and your understanding of your strengths and weaknesses, what do you want to achieve? These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or what we commonly call SMART goals. They should be aligned with your passions and dreams, and they should push you to grow and improve. And finally, create a plan. This is where you outline the steps you're going to take to achieve your goals. It's not enough to just have goals. You need to have a clear path to reach them. This plan should be flexible, allowing for adjustments as you progress and as your circumstances change. But remember, conducting a life audit is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process of self-improvement. It's about checking in with yourself regularly, reassessing your goals, and adjusting your plan as needed. It's about striving for progress, not perfection. Remember, conducting a life audit is not about punishing yourself for your shortcomings. It's about recognizing your potential and striving for your best self. The idea of a life audit might seem daunting, but remember, it's all about self-improvement. It's about taking a hard look at where you are in life, acknowledging your triumphs and identifying areas that need a little more attention. Think of it as a personal spring cleaning, only instead of dusting off shelves and scrubbing floors, you're brushing off self-doubt and scrubbing away limiting beliefs. It's not about striving for perfection, but about becoming the best version of you. Life is a journey, not a destination, and every journey is marked by growth, development, and yes, even those little detours. These are not setbacks, but opportunities for self-discovery and self-love. So why wait? Why not start your own life audit today? Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Start your life audit today, and take the first step towards becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, the journey of self-improvement begins with a single step.